Hello everyone, my name is Kevin and you're watching a notice video. In this video I will be talking about Patreon and online Skype Old English tutoring. Forgive me, my voice is quite not up to par as in my other videos because I'm quite sick at the moment, but I am getting better though. But I just want to go over Patreon because I've remodeled the business model of this whole thing, if you will, and I'm making this video so you guys get all the details. And yeah, so what that means as well, I will be deleting my previous notice video called Notice Informal Old English Lessons or Hangouts. One of my friends told me that video was vague to begin with, so I'm making this video to clear out, make everything all understandable and clear. Anyway, so when someone becomes a patron, and this is important, especially for those of you who have English as a second or third language or just not a native English speaker, is that with Patreon, what it is, you pledge X amount of money, and the way I have it set up, that you pledge, and the word pledge itself means it's a synonym to promise, that you pledge X, money that it'll charge you every month. It'll be monthly. Other people have it like every time they put a video out. Patrons are charged, but as for myself, I don't know how many videos I'm gonna make. Sometimes it's a lot in 1 month and some it's little, so I just have it these fixed amounts that I will talk about. But don't worry, it's not like if you're in this, you're able to get out if you feel this is not for you. All right, I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, it's not a lock-in thing. It could be the case for some people where yeah, you know what, I'm gonna support this guy for a bit, but maybe not this month because I'm in a little situation. I don't know. Yeah, but the point is, this is not forever. In the context that you're not. What I'm really trying to get at, you're not stuck in it. Okay. So anyway, let's carry on. So we have the first level of being a patron is donating from $1 to $9, and what this will give you is access to Patreon only content. In this, I will be talking about stuff I'm working on that I'm not saying on Facebook or something, so it's more intimate. Yeah, and this will give you a chance to connect with other patrons who have this passion of supporting Leren Old English and other of my endeavors. Yes, that's something which we'll go over into the second level. That I don't only do Old English. That's one of the things. Yes, it's more prevalent, but I also do other things which I'll go into in a bit. So that's the first level. So you could donate $1 to $9 patron, where you get access to the patron only content and connect with other patrons. Now the next level is the $10 level, which is the Germanic culture live streams. And when I say Germanic, I don't mean just German. I mean Northern Europe. I mean England, Iceland, all of Scandinavia, Netherlands, Frisians, anything Germanic, Teutonic, if you will. And these live streams, before we get into that, let's go into what this $10 thing will give you. Like the first level, it'll give you access to Patreon-only content, connect with other patrons, and these live streams. And some of you may be wondering, what will you get out of it, especially if you're not a native English speaker. Well, the thing is, I do plan to do information sessions where I go over very briefly and skim the surface of what is Old English, or what is Old-Saxon or Old Frisian or any old Germanic language. And it also contained me reading texts, musical live performances, readings of Germanic fairy tales. Okay, this is a real treat in this. Okay, because not many people know this, but those of you who do know me personally, that what I do in my spare time, I love to go into databases and archives, online archives, and find like really old fairy tales that have been passed down, like I don't know who knows when, that has remnants of like dramatic pagan features and whatnot. That mention gods, that mention sort of rituals and stuff like that. And I like to read these stories that I find, as well as I like reading translations of these stories. I mean, a lot of them are not even English, but a lot of them have been translated. Some are more recently translated. Like for example, the sagas of Veluwe, which is in the East Netherlands. That has been recently translated to English by the noble, honorable Eva Wegelaar. Anyway, and the thing is, if with this, the way to think of this dramatic culture live streams, try to think of it as a club, or like a concert, an online concert. That'll be another way to look at it. As far as people who have English as second language, or your language background is not remotely Germanic, well, I mean, yeah, I would go over the basics of like what Old English is, but the way I envision this thing will be more for performances and whatnot, and so you may or may not get lost in what's going on. But if you want to support me anyway, feel free to do so. But bear in mind that though, or as well, in this live stream, as I envision it, possibly I can have some guest speakers, that'll like come in and give a talk, or that person, myself, would have like a dialogue about X subject regarding old Germanic languages or old Germanic culture for that matter. So that's it for the Patreon part. That you have this first level of the $1 to $9 where you get access. Okay, I'm not going to repeat all the features, but yeah, so you have the 1 to 9. Well, I mean, on the page itself down below, to the link, you have the $1 or more feature. Then you have the $10 feature. The $1 is just level 1, and the $10 is to this Germanic culture live streams. Okay, so and also I want to point out that in one of these live streams, it may include a what's it called, a FAQ, a frequently asked questions session. So I just want to include that in this video. Anyway, so now on to this Skype Old English tutoring. Okay, for those of you who want intimate knowledge of Old English and actually want to learn the language head-on, one-on-one consultation and all that, that is where it differs. So the way it works, it's going to be on the program Skype. The way it works is that for one-offs, so let's say if you want to work with me just for one time, it'd be $50 Canadian per hour. Or if you want, you can go for the $150 Canadian Old English package, where it's once a week, 4 classes, and all payment will all be through PayPal and upfront. If you're really interested in this and you really want to learn Old English with me, please contact my email. I'll put in a link in the description below, but it's learn, LEORNE Eald, E-A-L-D, English, E-N-G-L-I-S-C @gmail.com. Okay? If you have any questions regarding any of this, please feel free to contact me via my email, or if you have any questions, leave in a comment down below. I'm making this video because I don't want anyone to, I don't want any of this to be misunderstood, or like some people. Well, the thing is, as I remember from this one viewer who made this comment about not being a native English speaker and not knowing anything about Old English, what is sort of expected, I must admit, is to know a bit about what Old English is, because I have this with a lot of my subscribers, that you have people that don't really know what Old English is, and they subscribe to my channel, and they end up unsubscribing because it's not what they thought it was. We still live in an age where when people hear the term Old English, they still think of Shakespeare. And I hope to change that with the rise of this channel, and hopefully with this whole Patreon live stream, and who knows, with my influence on the internet, who knows what will happen. Yeah, so please, if you're a non-native English speaker, especially non-Germanic speaker, I should say, I would really highly recommend to know a bit about Old English before coming in, because it might be for you, or it might not be for you. Who knows? But as far as the Skype consultation, the Skype tutoring and whatnot, it's in Canadian currency, so for some of you it might be a little more expensive. Others it might be less expensive. And just to put it out there, my time zone is Eastern Standard Time. So just to point it out there, that might be easy for some of you, or it might be a little difficult for some of you, or I don't know. We'll work something out. So please contact me down below so we can work something out together. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. I forgot to mention that these Germanic culture live streams, by the way, are private. They're not going to be uploaded on YouTube, mainly because I want to protect the identities of the patrons, and to make it sort of special. It's kind of like, being at a at an event, like you have to kind of be there to experience it. I don't know. That's kind of the approach I have with this. If you're new to this video, please like this video and subscribe. I make videos every Saturday and sometimes surprisingly throughout the week. And this is one of those surprise videos. If you really like my material, you can always like and follow my Facebook and Twitter down below. And like I said, if you want to support me financially, please please become a patron of my Patreon account down below. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.